Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to introduce Teddy, my service dog, and I as a team, and basically talk about some frequently asked questions that we get and talk about some stuff that he does for me. So this is Teddy. He is my fully trained service dog. He's a multi-purpose service dog, and he's a full-bred standard poodle. He does a multitude of tasks for me, which include, and not limited to, medical alert and response. He also does a bunch of other tasks, which I will get into later in this video. A service dog by the ADA, the American Disabilities Act, defines a service dog as a dog or animal. It can actually even be a miniature horse that performs specific tasks that mitigate a person's disability. So a question I get asked a ton is he an emotional support animal? No, he is not an emotional support animal. He is a fully trained service dog. So the difference is emotional support animals do not have public access rights. These animals can be anything from cats, dogs, bunnies, etc. Just any animal that provides companionship and comfort for the person, whoever that may be. A task trained service dog is specifically trained with tasks to mitigate a person's disability. So in this case, when I'm hurting myself or I'm unable to do something due to my disability, Teddy actually performs something specifically to help me with that. And that's what makes him different. So what actually does Teddy do for me? He does a multitude of things. So I mentioned he does medical alert and response. So I do experience hypoglycemia, and he is trained to detect my low blood sugar before I am too dizzy, too lightheaded, etc. So I can sit down, get some food, and raise my blood sugar up. Another thing he does do for me is he does a lot of psychiatric tasks for me. So he is a multi-purpose service dog because he does multiple things like the alerts for medical reasons. And he also does psychiatric tasks, like if I'm hurting myself, he does behavior interruptions, he blocks, he puts himself between me and other people so I can have some space and feel less anxious. And he does stuff like that, and he also like retrieves my medications for me when I'm like in an episode and I can't get to my medications, and multitude of stuff like that. So how did I know I needed a service dog? So through many years, I seek treatment for the things that I was experiencing and the symptoms that I was having. I tried multiple medications, what almost felt like everything under the sun, and it was hospitalized multiple times throughout the years. I was just feeling that it was unrealistic for someone to be with me at all times, or multiple times, or most of the time even, when I was having all these symptoms, and it was very difficult for me to function and do day-to-day tasks. That resulted in me medically leaving from school and just working from home most of the time, but even that was very difficult. So I was looking into different options I had to help me get relief from my symptoms and help me from my day-to-day life, and that's where I discovered having a service dog. It was an option that I could have for helping me from day-to-day life, and he gave me back a lot of my independence. So how was training for a Teddy? Teddy was trained through an owner training program, through a program here. So what that means is that I train him partially and he's partially program trained. So how that worked was once a week I would go to a program, meet with a trainer, and she would give us tasks to learn and perfect. And over a course of weeks we would master that, and then we'd move on to the next task and so forth. So basically I would have him for the week, he would live with me, and he would get trained by me, but he would ultimately get trained by the trainer who taught me how to train him. So that's what an owner training program is. That's why it's called an owner training program. So where can Teddy actually go with me? He can go anywhere the general public can go, but this limits him to places that are sterile, and he is limited to some areas, for example, at the zoo, where certain animals could react badly towards him, and that's pretty much where he's limited to, but general areas where the public is allowed, he's allowed to come with me. What's it like actually having a service dog? It's actually quite stressful at times because people will, um, I guess, really rudely interrupt. Like today, for example, I went to the store with Teddy to pick up a few things. A lady literally left what she was doing, followed me all the way to checkout, and asked Pet Teddy. And when I said, no, I'm sorry, he is working, he cannot be pet right now, she literally gave me a look of disgust and stood there and judged me for minutes before she walked away and left and resumed what she was doing. So it's nice that I do have my independence back and he does help me with my day-to-day life and help me function, and just function a little bit more normally. But it is kind of stressful because you do have people always point, they're disgusted, they judge you because you have a dog in an area that most dogs aren't allowed. So because of this, it can be stressful. So does Teddy actually know he's working? Yes, I believe he does actually know when he's working. As soon as I put the collar on and his vest on, he completely transforms. When he's normal, he's playing, he's running, he's not focused, but as soon as I put that vest and collar on, he's focused, he heals properly, and he gives me eye contact and attention to check in on me. So does Teddy ever get playtime? Yes. So even though he is working, when I am out with him, he does receive playtime. We go to dog parks, we have play dates at our house, and he does play with other animals and he's able to relax. When he's not invested in his collar, he does understand that he's allowed to relax. He'll do dog things, get in the trash, etc. So that's it for my video today. If you have any questions or have any requests you want to see, just please comment down below, and I'll include that in the next video. Bye.